Are the 1024 Nikon, letters, numbers, blah blah blah. The 1024 G is the key. So what the G means is it means the aperture is entirely controlled by the body of the camera. All we've got on the 1024 here is our zoom ring and our focus ring. There's no aperture ring. Okay? Instead, this is the interface here between the camera and the lens. So, merely opening that, that's a pretty good example. I'll start with that. The stick is not defective. It is holding open the interface between the camera body and the fully automatic lens. The aperture is controlled by this little lever, okay? And if we open that, oops. If we open that, yeah. And if we open that, there's a puppy somewhere. Where are you? Well, pretend it worked. Okay, so that is what was going on with the stick. In contrast, a fully manual lens like this Voigtlander 40mm Ultron f2 has a aperture ring here, which can, to operate correctly in auto mode on a Nikon, you have to set this to the smallest aperture, f22. And if you do that, then this manual lens has the same feature here, okay? But I can spin my aperture ring and open it up, get a real pretty piece of glass. Not the prettiest one, but boy, well, I'll go grab that really quick. So that's what's going on. The manual one just can stay open, and I can take a photo like that. Hey, Luke! Hey, Luke! Hi, Luke! This is the 85mm Nikon f1.5D. Sorry, 1.8D. Again, it's going to have this manual aperture ring. But when we open it, first of all, I got a lot of pretty glass up front. When we open it, we've got the same interface for the auto aperture adjustment here, okay? But we can still also adjust this. Now, when we... I'm not actually sure. So, let's see what happens with this guy, gal. Whatever gender you want to assign your lens. Okay. Get our light. Okay. So, if you don't know, there we go. So we got great big pretty glass, right? Now this side looks even cooler, I think. It's hard to get this with the, and then you can focus. So the aperture is like f1.8, and what that is the maximum opening of the lens. And it's actually the f/1.8 means focal length divided by 1.8. So a 85mm f1.8 is going to be 85 divided by 1.8 millimeters for how wide this opens. I don't know the number off the top of my head. I'll tell you in a second at the end. This is a pretty crazy lens. It's the 135mm 2. It's a portrait lens. It's got defocus control, but at 135mm divided by 2 is going to mean this is going to 67. No, not 70. 67 millimeters. Again, we've got our aperture ring. And let's see what happens. Yep. It's just a kind of abyss of just hollow. It's crazy. Hi, Lyric.